Good day, everyone. The lesson today is about determine outcomes of compound events. Compound events is more than one event at the same time, and we want to try to find all possible outcomes of compound events. Like what? I will start from the end, not from the beginning. So, what is the meaning of that? What is the kind of compound events and how it works? So, I will start with the conclusion of the lesson. Conclusion of the lesson, the meaning of compound events is doing two or more events at the same time. It's like tossing a coin or flipping coin. So first time you can get head or tail. Yes? Yes. And if I flip it another time, you will get first time you will get head or tail. Okay? This is the first flip. Second, we want to expect what all expected results. So second flip, this is the first, and this is the second. First, head or tail. Second, maybe the first time with head, so second time should be head too. So it's head, head. So this is the outcomes of two events. First time head, second time head. And if the first time is head and the second time is tail, so we're supposed to find head, tail. Okay, if the first time was tail, it's supposed to be head. Second time, it may be head. So it's tail with head, tail, head. If the first time was tail and the second time tail, it's supposed to be tail, tail. Okay? So all the four outcomes here, it's called the sample space. All possible outcomes. It's HH, HT, TH, TT. So we have four possible outcomes. This is how to do it. The way we did it now, is called tree diagram. Tree diagram. But I have another two way instead of tree diagram. How? I can say make a table diagram. How to make the table diagram? First time, we put it in the row. So this is the first time in the row. I'll make table like this and make row and column. Row consists of head or tail. Column consists of the second trial. Second trial is head or tail too. Let's connect them together. First time head with head, so HH. Then head with tail, so HT. Then head with tail, tail with head, so it's tail head. Third time, it's tail, which TT. And it's easy, so all possible outcomes here is 4. You can do it by a very easy way. I have two results here, head or tail, and two results here. Multiply them together, it will give you 4. So table way is very easy too, to get all possible outcomes. But it's better to use it with if you have two elements, two results, like head or tail. It's very easy to do it. Even if head or tail with the dice from 1 to 6, it's okay. I must have one of the events have two results, head or tail. Okay, it's easy to calculate it. Okay? Okay, so the table way. I have another way, it's called list. What is the list? Organized list. I do it as a list. Okay, first time, head, tail, then tail, head, tail, that's it. But the most easier way is to do it with tree diagram or the table. It's more easier to find. This is the 3 way of how to calculate the all possible outcomes of more than one event, which is called compound events. Okay? Okay, let's take some example about that. First example. If a family want to get 3 child, so we want to put all possible boys or girls or the member of boys or girls in the family. So if we want to calculate it as a 3 children in the family, maybe first time mother and father get boy or get girl. So this is the first child, child 1. If the first child was boy, child 2 may be boy or girl. What about if the first child was girl? It may be boy or girl, second child. What about the third? First time, if it's boy, it may be boy or girl. And if it's girl for the second time, it may be boy or girl. And so on, you can do it. Boy or girl, boy or girl. What is the last result? Last result, 3 children, maybe 3 boys. Boy, boy, boy. 2 boys and 1 girl. 2 boys and 1 girl. Boy and 2 girl. 2 boys and 1 girl. Boy and 2 girl. Boy and 2 girl. And it may be 3 girls. So the chance of getting 3 girls or 3 boys is the least one, because it's only 1 over 10, over 8. I have how many results here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the sample space, number of sample space is 8. The chance of getting all children are boys, so it's 1 over 8. Also the same for all are girls, 1 over 8. But if you want 2 boy or 2 girl, it will be bigger chance, okay? Okay, this is how to write the all outcomes of compound events, okay? Another example, the right one, which if I flip, George will flip 2 quarters of the same time. So I have a coin, 2 quarter coin, quarter coin. Okay, I will flip it 2 times. So I will use here 3 diagram. First time, it may be head or tail. Second time, if it's head, it may be head or tail. And if the first time was tail, so it may be head or tail. So the sample space supposed to be what? Sample space, you can write it in the list of the following. List. First time, HH. Okay? First time, it may be H, head. Second, head, tail. Third, tail, head. Fourth, tail, tail. So the number of all possible outcomes is 4 outcomes. This is how to do the all outcomes or write the sample space of compound events. Okay? Another example. If I have 2 spinners, each one divided into 6 parts. One, the blue one, is taking the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other one, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. To make all possible outcomes, we have to do the following. We will use the table. First row is for the spinner of number. First column is for the spinner of letters. And we will do the table as you see here, like this. Okay? And then calculate the arguments of each one. First time, it may be what? A with 1, or A with 2, A with 3, A with 4, or A with 5, A with 6. And so on for B and for C and for D. So I have 6 arguments here and 6 arguments here. 6 multiply 6, it's 36 possible events. I have 36 possible events, okay, that the sample space contains. And I will not ask you to write the whole sample space, A1, A2, A3. No, no, no. I may give you a small table and say to you, fill the table, something like this. Okay? So, you know now how to write the sample space of compound events as a tree, as a table. Another example. What about if we want to write it as a list? If I have Stan will roll number cube labeled from 1 to 6. Number cube is labeled from 1 to 6, and we will flip coin at the same time. So flipped coin gives you head or tail. And the cube will give you maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We can make table, by the way. If we want to make table, we'll do it like the following. Here, we will put in the first row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This is represent what? Represent the cube. And in the row, in the column here, head or tail. So all possible outcomes is head 1, head 2, and so on until head 6. Okay? T1, T2, and so on until T6. All are 6 multiplied 2. You will find 12 possible events, possible outcomes. Okay? So we can do it by table. But if we want to make it by list, it will be, you can write the table and write it from the list. First one is 1 with head, then 1 with tail, 2 with head, 2 with tail, 3 with head, 3 with tail, and so on until you reach 6 with head, 6 with tail. So you have 12 different combinations. Okay? So all possible outcomes of the sample space is 12 possible outcomes. Okay, what about the triad one? Triad one said that you choose 3 letters from a bag, which is A, B, C, from this bag, and 1, 2, 3 from this bag. What do you expect to do it by the organizer table or organized list? I prefer table, by the way. So first row and then column. A row consists of 1, 2, 3 column, which is A, B, C. Okay? And the other is 1, 2, 3. Let's do the sample space. Sample space, 1 with 2, with A. 1 with B, 1 with C. 2 with A, 2 with B, 2 with C. 3 with A, 3 with B, 3 with C. How many events here? 3 multiply 3, which is equal 9. Total are 9. And the sample space can be written as list 1 A, comma, 1 B, comma, 1 C, and so on. You can write it as a sample space. If I asked you to write the sample space, you have to write it like this, or you may just make the table. If you make the table and said that number of sample, all possible outcomes is 9, it's enough for me. Another example. Okay. So, it's easy to calculate it. Okay. I think there's something wrong with this one. Okay, another example. So if number 5, if I have a table labeled, tails labeled with letters X, Y, Z are in the bag. tiles labeled with the number 1, 2, 1, 2 are in the box. Make tree diagram to represent the sample space of compound events. Okay, selecting one tile from each container. Okay, let's make the tree diagram. Tree diagram. First, we'll take one. One. It may be with X or Y or Z. And if it's two, it may be with X, Y, and Z. So all possible outcomes are 1, 1x, 1y, 1z. Then 2x, 2y, 2z. So this is the sample space. Okay? This is how to write it as a tree. Okay? Okay. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Study well, practice more. See you. Bye.